Hello, good evening. When we're back on the Monday Night Paranormal Live with myself, Paul, Jenny from Host of Ghosts, Angela from South Coast Ghosts. We may have Luke coming, we're not sure, and possibly Dora or whoever comes along. So, hope you've had a good week and hope you've recovered from the football game last night, the early hours in the morning. Hopefully, the next one won't be that late. I stayed up myself, watched it. Jen gave up and went to bed. She'd had enough and went to bed. So, well done, England. Good game. So if you were watching that and the pub's till 5 o'clock, lucky you. So tonight we're going to talk about, do spirits and ghosts turn up at anniversaries? We're not sure if anybody's ever covered this topic before, so we're going to try and do it tonight. Say myself and Angela will go for as long as we can and then we'll give up.
Yeah.
But it's a good subject. Never thought of it. So as we asked, do spirits, ghosts turn up at anniversaries or incidences where they lost their life or battlefields or wherever? You only see them on their anniversary, etc. So it was Angela's idea. So it was a good idea as well. Very good one. So would you like to kick off with your idea then, Angela?
Yeah, I can't remember what made me think of it. It just sort of popped in my head and I thought, I wonder if it is a thing where ghosts are known to sort of appear or be active more when it is the anniversary of something, whether it's like a someone's birthday or the anniversary of their death, or like a major world event like Armistice Day or something like that. And I just wondered if there was a thing like they get seen more. And then when I looked it up, it turns out that it is a thing, and they're actually called anniversary ghosts. But I've never heard anyone use that term before, so I don't know how widely known it is.
Yeah. Interesting subject.
Yeah, and there's actually some famous examples as well. Anne Boleyn is seen at the Tower of London on May the 19th, which was her execution day. She's quite often seen on that date. And the Queen Mary ship, reports say that the ghost of a crewman called John is seen there annually on July the 10th because he was crushed there, which sounds lovely. And then there's Eastern State Penitentiary, cell block 4. People report more activity on the anniversary of a 1945 inmate suicide.
Oh, wow.
I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah.
That one that is on the woman on the bypass.
Yeah. It's obviously near us. There was a woman killed on, they call it Caterham bypass.
Oh, yeah.
And she appears at certain times of the year, they say. So she could well be something like that, that she appears on the date of her death, maybe. I don't know. That's a good point. It's like in a battlefield, isn't it? Do the soldiers come back to the battlefield, on the anniversary of the war or the battle or the loss of their life on that battle? And it's the same as, makes you think about people that pass away in car accidents and things like that. Do they go back to the scene of where they lost their life, looking for something, trying to find it? Or do they only appear, like you say, on certain dates of the year? Is that why we only see them at certain times of the year? I've never really thought about them being there on anniversaries, appearing on the day they passed or whatever day it may have been. It's a good subject, isn't it?
There's investigations done into it at certain places. And it seems like a lot of most of the activity is like residual energy, where it's just sort of like replaying what happened rather than something intelligent going back to
coming back to have a look. It's a bit like the stone tape theory, isn't it? Where it's played back like a video and you can't interact, it just carries on with that situation. And I have heard people say that they've seen someone walking down a corridor and they walk straight through them. Because it's only just replaying what's gone on.
Yeah.
So it's not actually, like you say, an intelligent type of contact where you can maybe tap, not talk, whatever. It's just like a stone tape theory where it's just playing it around. But that's a good point, isn't it? Is that only happens at certain times of the year? Can it happen all year? I don't actually know. You know, it's a good subject, but it's like, you know, tragic loss of life.
Yeah.
You know, where they don't. Do they actually know that they've passed? You know, do they go back looking for something, or you know, do they go over that accident when the spirit world? You know, not that we'll ever know, but it sort of makes you wonder. And people say, "Oh, like the lady on the bypass, is it she there because that's where she tragically lost her life, and she goes back there because she's not sure whether she's passed, or I don't know." It's
there's a theory called spirit memory theory, where the spirit's aware of the date that they passed and replays or appears with purpose. So that's like an intelligent haunting.
Yeah.
They know what happened there, and they're just, I don't know why they would go back there, maybe. Because surely you wouldn't really want to relive.
But it's saying here,
well, yeah.
The haunting that recurs on the same day each year, often tied to the anniversary of a significant event, such as a death, murder, or tragedy. These spirits may replay their past traumas, creating a sense of lingering presence or activity on that day. The phenomenon is often linked to collective remembrance and the emotional impact of the event.
Yeah.
It sort of makes you wonder, you know, the spirit passed away, how they remember the date and maybe the time.
Yeah.
Because you think the tragedy of the accident, whatever had happened to them, they wouldn't remember the date.
No.
You know, sometimes we don't remember. Somebody say, "Oh, when did that happen?" You think, "I'm not quite sure when that happened," but I know, you know, we can't recall it as like being on the earth plane or whatever you want to call it. You know, so it makes you wonder how spirit can recall coming back on that date. Is that, you know, maybe it's within a few days of that date that they appear, not actually on that date. You know, as I say, it's difficult for us to remember dates, let alone if you passed over. But then I suppose if you passed in a tragic situation, then maybe you go back looking for answers.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another theory which says emotional imprint theory.
Yeah.
So a strong trauma imprints on a location and time. But that's probably more residual haunting as well.
I wonder if that's the situation there then. Well, as humans, whether if we went to that area, we would feel that energy in that area.
Yeah.
Because it's imprinted.
Yeah.
You know, do you know what I mean? Like a picture.
Yeah.
Whether we would actually, is that what we feel when we go into a haunted location?
Yeah.
We're feeling the imprint of the tragedy. Because often you go to a haunted location, there's always been something happens, mainly, doesn't it? A murder, someone's fell down the stairs, you know, something sad has happened. So it makes you wonder if it leaves that imprint in that energy, in that place. It's some, isn't it? You know, you walk through a place, think, "Whoa, you know, that was a funny feeling."
Yeah, because you don't often walk through haunted places and like feel happiness and joy and want to laugh, do you? It's more like feel dread or you want to burst into tears or something like that.
Yeah, and it's always that stamp in that atmosphere, whether that leaves that energy in that atmosphere or energy in that time that you actually walk through that sad time. Like you say, you go in there and you feel, "Oh, there's something really sad in here." Well, you feel very emotional and, you know, all of that. And it's very much like, you know, like when, like Jen says, and everybody, mediums and that, when they get very emotional, when they feel that emotion come from spirit, you know, that has that impact on that time, doesn't it? And that's never forgot. And whether you walk along a road, I've never tried walking along the Caterham bypass, see if you could ever feel. I know one day, well, one night, I saw her.
Oh.
I was coming back. It's really strange. I couldn't really explain it to Jen. I was coming back from Paranormal night on the motorbike. I think I've been to the old Brighton police cells.
Oh yeah.
I've been there for the night. Very active night, a lot going on, and we've got some great pictures from there. Anyway, I was riding back from Brighton, got to the Caterham bypass, and I was riding along. I think it's about 2:30, 20 to 3 in the morning, something around that time.
Yeah.
And I was riding along on the bike, you know, had a bit of music going on in my crash helmet, so I'm listening to it. And I'm looking forward, and you sort of come off a roundabout, and you start to climb up a hill to get to the top and down the bypass.
Oh yeah.
And as I was sort of virtually at the top of the hill, it was just like time had stopped. Everything was in slow motion. So I was on the bike, even though I was still moving, but everything had slowed right down. Like everything was coming past me really slowly. And I thought, I sort of looked over to my left, and there was a woman in this white dress. Hi, Dora. There's a woman in a white dress standing on the side of the road. And I'm thinking, what's she doing there then? And a split second later, everything went back to normal time. And I carried on home and thought, well, maybe it's from the paranormal night that sort of got stuck in my mind. But I don't remember seeing a white lady then. I come home, and the next morning I spoke to Jen and said, this is sounds mad, but I explained that situation to Jen. And she said a lot of people have seen the woman dressed in white on the bypass. It's quite famous that she suddenly appears. But I just felt this sudden slow motion. Everything had gone slow-mo. And as I turned my head, I could see her standing in a white dress on the bypass. And I'm thinking, and then a split second later, I was back in normal speed. And I'm thinking, what was that? You know, how could... And then obviously Jen explained that she'd sadly lost her life down the bypass. And at certain times, people see it. You know, there's a friend of mine who was a paramedic, and they were coming down the same sort of bypass, and they were coming along in their ambulance, and they saw this woman walking along the bypass in the early hours of the morning. Thought, you know, she shouldn't be walking along on her own. So they pulled the ambulance over, picked her up. She literally got in the back of the ambulance.
Oh wow!
And he remembers her getting in there. And they said, we'll drive you into Caterham to, you're right, Maya? We'll drive you into Caterham and drop you in the town centre so you're nearer, you know, civilization. And they stopped in Caterham and looked in the back, she'd gone.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, that's what he said. They were quite freaked out by it, you know. And it's the same thing, isn't it? Was she just replaying? Was she in an ambulance the last time she remembers, and then passed away? So she was relay. He said she actually got in the ambulance in the back. They said to her, "I'll get in the back and we'll drop you in the town, so you're safe." And he remembers her getting in the back. And then when they get to the town, he said, "Right, okay." I looked over and she'd gone. So, as a paramedic, I'd imagine they see all sorts of weird and wonderful things, but. He said he never forgets that.
No, he wouldn't.
You know, and I said to him, "Did you hear the door shut as she got in or got out?" He said, "No, there's no noise. She just stopped and she came over, got in the ambulance. They drove off and heard no noise of her getting in or getting out. She was gone when they stopped." So, is that one of them situations like you were saying where it's replaying that her last memory was in the ambulance?
Could be.
What if they hadn't have stopped? Would she have appeared in the ambulance? I don't know.
That's a good question.
I don't know. And he was telling me a bit about similar sort of thing. He had a car. He had this car for a long time, bought it off his grandfather. And obviously the grandfather passed away, so he had the car. And had the car for a long time. Didn't like the car, had a bad energy about it. Something wasn't right about the car.
Right.
So he kept it for a little while because of his grandfather's memory, decided to sell it. Because he just thought every time he got in it was just something not right with the car. So he sold it, and to a friend of his who said he couldn't get on with the car, there's just something not right. And he sold it to someone up north. So the first bloke originally said, right, I've got rid of it, it's gone. It's not my problem again. So, and his friend sold it to someone up north, come and got it. And then I think he said about 2 or 3 months later, he came out of his house, walked down the road, and what was outside the house was his car.
Wow.
It appeared back in his road again.
Wow.
So how, it'd gone up north and then it appeared in his road. You see, he couldn't believe that the car. It's a bit like that film Christine, isn't it? Where the car keeps coming back.
Oh, yeah.
The haunted car.
Yeah.
It always keeps coming back, doesn't it? So it's strange, but is that the same thing? Is it his grandfather bringing it back because, you can't sell the car, that's my car?
Yeah, it could be.
And the grandfather's bought it back. I don't know. I don't know how true the story is, but that's what he was telling me. So, and he's a DJ on a radio station. So, and he's a paramedic during the day. So, yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Dora, do you know what we're talking about?
No, some ghost stories.
Angela came out with an idea like the other week, which is a really good one. Do ghosts or spirits return on their anniversary of their passing, their death, anything tragic like that? Do they come back at that time and appear to us?
Definitely.
How do they call it? What did they call it, Angela?
Anniversary ghosts.
Anniversary ghosts. It's a known phenomenon.
Yeah.
I tell you a story.
Yeah.
It was after Darren passed away. I got for Christmas from Sean Rempot.
Oh, yeah.
So, and in Poland we give Christmas on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
So he gave me that present on Christmas Eve. Kids in bed. Let's have a few drinks before preparing roast dinner next day.
We used a few spirits.
Yeah. So Sean said, "You're not trying your Rempot?" I say, "No, I take with me on the ghost hunt." He went, "Well, at least have a look if it's working." As I took out of the box, check it all, set it up, and I left it here in the corner. And we sat on the sofa. I sat on the chair. Sean sat on the sofa. We had the telly going, watching TV and talking. And we start talking about Darren. That Rempot never stopped beeping. It was constant. Beep! I said, "Darren, if that's you, can you please stop?" And it stopped. And I put it out in the kitchen. As soon as I come back, went beep. I had to turn it all off. So I think that was him.
Yeah. Do you think that,
Yeah.
Angela? Have you experienced him on an anniversary, do you think?
No, I can't say that I have, unfortunately.
Right. I'm sure he'll come. Why not?
That'd be nice.
Yes. Oh, he
Yeah.
definitely will. You know what he's like. It's always a joke, isn't he?
Yeah.
Always up for a laugh, that's for sure. Yeah, so interesting story, really. To whether they come back. I do believe that. And it leads you to the thing that when we see them, is it that time of the year that they're due to come back? Because you go into an investigation, you don't always know the anniversary of the people that lived there, the birthdays, the deaths, or you have a rough history, don't you? You sort of get a bit of an idea.
Yeah.
But it's whether that impact of them losing their life gives you that energy in the house. Like we were saying, when you walk through that energy, I've got goosebumps, or I actually feel quite sick on these stairs. And I think that's the impact they had at that energy at that time they were there.
Yeah.
I went. Sorry.
No, go on.
I went on a Sunday. We had a day out. I'm not gonna say where because that maybe will be our event.
Yeah.
So, and we walk around that place, and I went into one room, And I just stood there, I look around, and I was like, oh, all goosebumps all over my back. And Sean was like, what's up, Dora? I say, get out from here. Get out. I've got all EBGBs.
Yeah.
And there was other place. You go 2 flights of stairs to another part of this place. And as I walk into the building on top of the stairs, you just got that feeling that a lot happens in there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think they leave that energy there to scare you off, or is it a warning? You know, when you say you
Depends
had
how
the
you take it, really. If you're looking for a warning, it will be a warning. If you're looking for a story, it will be a story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this building, then, as soon as you walked in the room, you felt something not quite right, something
No.
wrong, something uninvited.
Something bad happened there.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you think that
I
whatever
think
happened there,
accident or something like that.
so whatever happened there, it has left an imprint in that time, in that room, in that atmosphere?
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
It's like we were saying, so if you have a traffic, I forgot the word now. If you have a tragic death, a tragic death, you know, a trauma, a death that's, you know, does that leave that imprint of that trauma in that time, and that we walk through that because it's always there, because it's imprinted in the time, in the atmosphere, and we walk through it and feel, oh, something's not quite right here. Well, I bet if you're not sensitive, you'd walk into that room. Did Sean feel anything in that room?
No.
See, this is what makes you wonder, doesn't it? Whether we feel it because we're more open to that sensation of that time, where Dora goes in, Sean goes in after, but he doesn't feel what Dora feels. Why is that?
Yeah.
You've just gone through the same door, the same energy field, the same atmosphere. You felt it, but he didn't. You know, how do you work that?
He's maybe not so much open to it.
Yeah.
Not looking for it.
But then if it's a tragic situation and it's imprinted in that time, surely whether you're open or not, you'd feel something.
Yeah, but you know, it's the same in real life. You see accident down the road, someone get hit by car, and you can go through trauma because you can cope with seeing this, and other people just walk past, don't pay attention.
Yeah. It's the same thing as if you walk into a room after there's been an argument.
Yeah.
Some people feel that atmosphere within that room, don't they? But other people say, no, it's all right. You know, it's strange, isn't it, how we can pick up on some. So you think as humans, if we can feel it, other people would walk through the same energy field, and they would feel so. Or do they feel something and just don't know what it is?
Yeah.
So, you know,
Or
Maybe
could be
different frequency.
could be different. Yeah, it's exactly that.
Yeah. And they're just not open to that frequency at that time, where we do. And does that mean that everywhere we go that we're open? Shouldn't we be closed if we're wandering around?
We should be, yeah.
That asks your question, doesn't it?
The thing is, like, I went there on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I went there to feel it.
Okay.
To see if it's anything there, you know?
Yeah.
So
do you do that, Dora? Do you go to buildings and walk in and think, ooh, what's going on here then?
Yeah.
And yet, do the kids pick it up? Like Maya or Leon? Do they feel something? Do you think?
I'm not hearing so much often from Maya now. Leon, I went to Poland. I don't know that I told you the story. And I went to my dad's graves.
Okay.
And you know, graveyards in Poland look totally different than here.
Oh.
In what way?
You've got memory garden here, And in Poland, you've got headstones for every person. And they big, they small, depends who can afford what, you know,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
who like what. And I walk in with we put lights on the graves and flowers. So I got that in my hands, and my mum walking next to me, Leon holding my hand, and he just walking through the gate, and he straight away hold to my leg. I say, "What's up, Leon? I don't like it in here. They all dead." And they looking at me.
Oh no.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So I say, "Just look down." I say, "Don't take notice of them. They're not gonna do nothing to you."
No, of course. Oh, wow.
But he never went after that with me again. I never took him.
No. You wouldn't want to subject him to it again, would you, really?
No, I don't want to get him scared, you know.
No. Totally understand. Isn't that amazing how he picked it up? That has that energy.
Yeah,
And yet,
that was a few years back, so he was about 5, 6.
okay. Is your mum spiritual, Dora? Does your mum pick up on stuff like that?
She went with me to Waverley Abbey once, and she nearly ran out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She went with me, and I never told her where we're going. We just went through the day.
Yeah.
And we was walking around the Abbey, nice sunny afternoon, weekend. And we walk around the tree and going back to the gate to go to the car park. And as you walk from the tree, you've got that wall to the left.
Yeah.
So we walking along that, and she just stood like this. She went, "Dora, have you seen him?" I say, "See who? It's no one here." She went, "Please tell me you see him." I say, "Where and who?" There, against that wall, it's man standing like this, and he's not moving. So I look on that wall, and I didn't see nothing.
Oh, wow.
She went, "I can see him. Come on, we're going." She was straight up front, first one to the gate.
Can't blame
And
her,
then
can you?
I told her what that place is.
Yeah. Oh, wow. And she didn't
That
know
we
who
go
was
there
standing there.
sometimes.
It wasn't a monk, or she didn't describe what she'd
No.
seen. Just a
No.
man.
Just a man standing like this.
Oh, wow. Again, was that an anniversary time that he was there?
We don't know.
It's like the night that you all went there when you saw the dragon flying in the sky, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was that an
That was short
anniversary?
after.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was that an anniversary of that being in the sky? Was that there? Had you disturbed something that night? That's a very difficult situation, isn't it? To know why it was there and why you all saw it was the other thing, wasn't it? Not as though one of you saw it, but you all saw it.
A few of us, yeah.
Yeah. So it makes you wonder, like, I know, the rumour is that, dragons are the gatekeepers, the protectors of the castles and all of that, weren't they? They used them as protectors in battles and all sorts. So it makes you wonder if that night was an anniversary in time of a battle there. Was there ever been a battle there? Something must have happened there.
I think so. It's like I don't like going to the long room. It's cloisters.
Cloisters, yeah.
I don't like going in there. With the big arches on the end.
That's it, yeah. Yeah, there's something about that room, isn't there?
I went there. We went there for a walk a couple of weeks ago through the day. I always feel so sick in there. That was first time I actually walked to the end of the wall, the end part of the room, and back. And I was trying to get out. I feel so sick.
again, that must be an imprint in the atmosphere, the frequency or whatever within that wall, within them walls, mustn't it?
What I think happened there, they had a evening meal there and they've been attacked and slaughtered.
Ah.
Well, possibly it could be sacrificial and all, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Because in them days, you know, the church was very powerful, wasn't it? It really run the country,
Yeah.
didn't it?
Yeah.
You know, so it wouldn't surprise you if something like that would have happened there. And that's why they call that 900-year-old hanging tree. It didn't get the hanging tree for no reason, did it?
No.
Yeah.
So, you know, and you do see, and I have seen like spirit lights around it before.
Oh yeah.
So it's, you know, it's very active in that area. And that's,
Usually when I go there, I told you, I went there once with Maya for a walk. We sat on the bottom of the tree, 3 knocks on the tree,
Oh.
and there was no one there. Maya walked around the tree, no one.
yeah,
Twice that happened to us.
Oh.
how weird is that?
Yeah.
And do you
But say my
answer
mom
back?
can't be around that tree.
No. And did you
She
answer
feels
back?
sick. I didn't knock her back, no.
You don't think it was a tree moving? It was definitely
No,
definite
it's not.
knock.
It wasn't crackling. It was proper 3 knocks.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's mad, isn't it? That's the same as the night we were there with the mist.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was so
You know, where did that come from? Because that's not a misty night.
Mm.
Because it was as clear as daylight as we were standing there. So where on earth did that come from?
Mm.
It just suddenly appeared. You know, I know you get like dampness moves across like dew, don't you? You can see it across the field sometimes. And you see it in the early hours in the morning, like you're coming back from a ghost hunt and you're looking across and you just see it hovering above the fields, don't you? It all looks quite spooky, but you know, but that night, this thing, whatever came that night, was not
What
yeah.
scared me the most that night? We was under the tree and that mist coming, or fog, whatever you can call it.
Yeah, I don't
There
know.
was no wind, but the mist was spinning around us.
Mm.
Yeah,
So there was no wind to give a movement to it.
no.
And when I light the torch, my torch, which is very powerful, it was lighting up to the back of the river. You can see eyes, and they was moving fast.
Oh.
It was the most weird sensation, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
You
then
know,
gone.
and it went as quick as it came. It must have been there a couple of minutes, I suppose, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because Jen was saying, "Oh, how are we going to find our way back to the car parks?" It literally was that thick you couldn't actually see through it, and then it went as quick as it came.
Mm.
You know, were we in the right
Did you
time?
was
Like
there, Angela?
I know I wasn't there.
it was me, Jen, Luke, Lynn, was it? You, Dora?
Yeah.
I think
Amy?
Angela was out. Might have been Amy. I think Angela was out.
Yeah, I don't know where I was. I wasn't
Yeah, it
there.
would have been something like that. But that was the most strange. I don't know. And when like sort of Jane Googled it, and the mist twirling round, it happens seconds before an apparition appears.
Mm.
So, and Dora will tell you it was like standing there. You know when you get that feeling when you're not sure where it's going to come from, so you're looking, you're constantly looking around for something to come, and it literally was like you're looking for something to come walking through that mist.
Yeah.
That's what it was like, because you couldn't see through it, because Jim was saying, how are we going to find the car park? We don't even know where we are in the field. Obviously, we know where we are. We've been there so many times. But it literally was very disconcerting where you couldn't see anything other than this. And you could see it going around you. But nothing appeared out of the mist. I think if it had,
you just don't see it.
or maybe it was standing in the mist. And because we were turning around trying to find out, and it was just like, you think, I need to look this way. No, I don't. I need to look back there. And myself and Dora were like
It's
constantly turning.
You don't want to stand backwards to any direction.
No. That's the feeling, wasn't it? You just
Yeah.
really didn't know where something was going to come through. And I think if we had seen something, it would have been amazing. But as quick as
Oh,
it
we will
came,
run.
well, I think we would have just froze on the spot, to be honest. If somebody had walked out of that mist towards us, I had my camera, but the camera was facing the tree and not us.
Oh,
So if it was facing us, it may well have picked the mist up. I don't know. But as quick as it came, it went. It's only
Yeah.
couple of minutes, Dora, was it?
Yeah.
And it was really twisting round. And it's only when I asked for the lady that had been seen in the photo, can you show yourself to us? We're here to see you. It's when it appeared. You didn't even see it coming across the fields.
no,
It just appeared. We were like, where has this come from then?
maybe
But
there was someone outside the mist looking in on you,
well,
and they didn't
yeah.
want you to see them.
We never thought of stepping through the mist out to outside. Or whether you could have done that, I don't know.
I suppose.
Yeah, we were fixated in this middle thinking
I
something's
think if we
coming.
spread even a few steps away from each other, we won't be able to see each other.
No,
Yeah.
no. It was quite a, not to say scary, but very uneasy situation because you're thinking, well, this has appeared. Where has this come from? Because there's no mist and it's not cold night. Where has this come from? And you're thinking something's going to come walking through there.
Yeah.
You literally had that gut feeling that something was going to come in there. But as quick as it came, it went, didn't it, Dora? 2 or 3 minutes at the most. But if you shone the light in it like Dora did, you could actually see the mist going around in a circle.
Yeah.
Where normally it would drift away from you, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
With no reason for it to stay in a circle around us. So very strange. And that could have been, again, an anniversary of something happening there, that we were there at that time. Maybe that happens when we're not there.
Yeah.
You know, you obviously, it's not a place where you could leave a locked off camera for a few days and go back and get it. There's so many people coming and going, you're liable to lose a camera, aren't you? Unfortunately. Unless you camp there overnight.
Oh no.
I reckon you and Angela should do it, Dora. Camp there overnight.
I
Yeah.
will tell you something out of the camera.
Let me know how you get on, yeah? Yeah, that was a strange night, that one. But then again, like I say, that could be an anniversary or something. Because isn't that supposed to be the lady that was killed on a road accident or a wedding, or wasn't it something like that?
Yeah.
I can't quite remember the story, but it
There
was
was a couple going to the wedding and they had they went in the very old car, wooden kind of thing, structure. And they had the accident not far from the Abbey. On the way to wedding, they both was dead.
Oh.
It could be that they were going to Waverley House to get married.
Could be.
Never thought of that. And she returns there looking for him, maybe. The anniversary haunting.
Could be.
You know, it'd be difficult to find out the date, wouldn't it? Because it would only ever be approximately.
Yeah.
But whether you would, I don't know. It's a strange situation, really, isn't it? Is there anybody watching other than Christine? No comment. They're all watching the football, I bet. Thought they've had enough of football last night. Yeah, so it's an interesting subject, isn't it? So, anything to add, anybody?
There was another part of it that said about, you know, when lots of people know that it's like a particular event or anniversary and they're all sort of thinking about it or focusing on it, that can sort of help to manifest spirits as well.
All right, so collective energy type thing.
Yeah.
Like you're reminiscing over the good times or whatever.
Yeah, or just like to do with the maybe the accident or something. And if a lot of people are all thinking about it, then because thoughts are energy, aren't they? So
yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Someone was telling the story, and I read it about it somewhere on A3 Puriton or something like that. There was accident quite few years ago. The red Vauxhall Corsa come out of the road, and the people start seeing car coming behind them and then just disappear,
Oh, yeah.
or they seen men standing on the side of the road
Yeah.
and then disappear, and so many people reported to the police, and police looked to the side of the road, never found nothing, but the more and more people start talking about it, so they went back there, but they went further than they went before.
Mhm.
They found red Volkswagen car
Oh,
with the body in it. He had an accident 5 years ago, come out of the road, he's been chased.
oh,
Police
yeah.
was looking for him.
oh.
So that was the car that everybody was reporting.
Yeah.
Oh wow. It just shows you then, doesn't it? Is that the anniversary of his death that they kept seeing the car?
Yeah.
Or was that a clue to where he was because he was not at rest?
Yeah, probably just wants some peace
Yeah.
and let people know to find him.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder, if that is a phenomenon where spirit can drag, replay things till they're found. Maybe they, like you say, crashed in a ditch and nobody sees them from the road, so nobody would ever know where they went off the road.
Yeah.
Missing person, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So spirit just keep replaying that to people going past to get someone to find them. I don't know. I'd imagine so. I can imagine they would do if they were trapped in a car and died in the car, and nobody's found them or the car. Then they're never really at peace,
Yeah.
and that's maybe why they return to the scene of the accident.
Yeah.
Where people see people standing on the side of the road, but there's nobody. Like the ambulance, where she got in the ambulance. What was she doing? Walking down the bypass at that early hours of the morning when I saw her,
Yeah.
and she literally was just standing there.
Was that how she got killed then? She was just...
Yeah, she was not crossing the road and got hit.
Oh.
Right at that very point, right before the tip of the hill, was where the accident happened. But that's where she appears. People see her there, and it literally is. And what's me? I'm thinking, why is she down here this time in the early hours of the morning? Never really thought, she was a spirit.
No.
Other than the time had slowed down, everything had slowed down around me. And I'm thinking, what is this? And she was there, and I'm thinking, what's she doing on the bypass at this time in the morning? That's ridiculous. And then a split second later, I was back on the journey again. Like nothing had happened. And when I explained it to Jen, and then she explained what had happened to a lady up there. So whether that's an anniversary, a certain time, whether it has anything to do with them appearing, if it's hot and sunny, they get more energy. I know they have more energy during storms because the atmosphere is more charged with static, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, whether you want to do a paranormal investigation in a thunderstorm is another matter. But I can't say I'd be too chuffed about doing one in a thunderstorm.
Not outside, anyway.
When we saw that dragon, it was storm.
Was it?
Yeah.
What, a storm on that night or storm after, storm before?
On that night.
Did you sense anything was going to happen, though, Dora, when you were there? Like a build-up, something was building up. Sometimes you go on these investigations, you feel something's going to happen. We just feel it,
when
don't we?
that table was tipping so badly, it was just hectic. Yeah, it was strong, and then just stopped.
That's a bit like the table in the Lamb, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When that was
but
going.
That one was more. This one was stronger.
Was it?
Yeah.
Strange, isn't it? It's weird, isn't it? How, is that them giving us a warning? Do you think where it goes quite strongly and it just suddenly stops? When it stops, it's time to leave. Or do
No,
you think
when it stops, it's coming. There's
it's
no
coming?
time to leave.
Yeah. And it's like an investigation, isn't it? When you're there and it's getting darker and darker.
Mm.
I
How
had
do you
a
enjoy it?
feeling on that night that I shouldn't be there.
No.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What, when you were driving there?
No, we got there and we was like start getting off, usually chat and talk.
Yeah.
And I thought we should go home.
How strange is that? And yet, that's a place where thing is, loads of people go there, don't they?
Yeah.
So you never know what you're walking into there. And I think
Yeah.
it's a place that has many layers, doesn't it?
Mm.
When you look at the history, how far back it goes. It goes back a long way. And yet, I think we have uncovered little bits of it.
Mm.
Whether you uncover more of it or it's willing to give you more, I don't know. The people going there doing chanting and, you just don't know what people are doing there, do you?
No.
So, again, we're walking into something we don't really know. And I've been there a couple of times where we've walked in there and it's just felt wrong.
Yeah.
Something's not right in the main room where we always gather and have a chat and,
Yeah.
all of that. There's always something.
When I went there first few times, it was so nice, so like calm and peaceful.
Oh.
And then after some time we went and I thought, nah, someone done something there that's changed a lot.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. That's what I say. You don't know what's happened. It's like when we went to Netley. I mean, there was such a good energy there, wasn't it? It was,
Hmm.
you're walking around in the dark, but you didn't feel scared.
No.
Waverley, I'm always sort of looking over my shoulder. I'm never
Yeah.
quite sure whether
Yeah.
I'm safe or not. I
No.
don't know why I get that feeling. But when we did Netley, it was totally the opposite.
Mm.
Hmm.
Like Angela, you were wandering around on your own, quite happily wandering
Oh.
around. You didn't feel any threats or anything like that. You just wandered.
Oh.
And I think, it's another place, we could always go back to at some stage, hopefully. And I thought it was a great night there. Some good
Very good.
evidence. Some good evidence there. Not visual, but lots of interaction, wasn't it? And it's, again, is it worth looking up the history and finding out where major things happened and what dates there and go back at that time? Or do you just wing it, just go and wing it sort of thing? Because you can't go to these places, think, right, on November the 3rd, we need to be there in the evening because this is what happened on that night. That's never going to happen, is it? So
Mm.
when we go there, we're sort of winging it, really, and we would sort of just turn up and expect it to happen. But it was an interesting place, and we have a few more in the pipeline, so hopefully they'll come off and will be some good events if it happens.
Yeah.
We obviously can't tell you much on there. But yeah, so it's a good subject, Angel. Well done for that. That's something I'd never thought of. And it was like, in America where they see the soldiers walking along the road and all through the Civil War soldiers.
Yeah.
Again, is that an anniversary of that battle? Has there anybody ever really looked at the anniversary of the battle? Whether that's when they appear on the day before or after or during that specific time in history? I don't know. I've never really thought about how they would appear at that time, really. So,
Mm.
anyway,
They could play the moments before they pass in limbo,
yeah,
the
yeah,
last moments.
yeah. So that'd
That's
be
why
like
we're hearing noises.
yeah, that'd be more like residual energy, isn't it? Like a video playing over, where you can't interact with them, but you can watch what they would have done or their movements, or it's where they don't acknowledge you being there. I don't know. It was like the dream, I had with them people. You know, I don't know whether I think they saw me. I really, really do. But why I was there, I don't know. I have no idea. But maybe that's how it works. You just don't know when and where. It just happens, isn't it? We know that as investigators. You go on a paranormal night, it's not always happens on the night, does it?
No.
You know, you have to be very patient and keep going and have spirit come along. If they don't want to play that night, they won't play, will they?
It's like you came down with Jenny, you know. We sat here in the living room and
Oh,
we had
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Very strange.
I
But,
thought it's
but
Leon or Maya. No, both sounds asleep.
it was like someone was agreeing with something, wasn't it? What's we
Yeah.
talking about? Bells? No. Lights? Can't remember. We're talking about some sort of lights or bells or something. And they went, And I looked at the door and went, what's that? And then I think Sean said, oh, it might have been Leon. We went and checked and he was fast asleep. And Maya was in her bedroom on her phone or whatever. So
She was asleep as well.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what we heard, but all I say is just don't go to doors. It's very haunted.
Oh, yeah.
REM pods are going off. People agreeing. No. Maybe they like your Polish food, Dora.
Yeah, all the cakes.
Oof. All your apple cake. Oh. And Angela's cheesecake.
Oh, that's in the
Oh, and scone. Jones is the scones. Angela's the cheesecake and Dora's is the apple cake. Unbelievable.
What you
Unbelievable.
bringing, Paul?
I'm
Appetite.
just bringing myself. That's what I'm bringing. I don't mind that cheesecake and apple cake coming out and scones. Unreal. Unreal. Anyway, if there's no comments for tonight, everybody's either watching the football or fell asleep because of the late night last night. So, Christine, if you're the only one watching, we feel sorry for you, but never mind. So, we won't be back next week. We'll be back the week after. I don't think we have any investigations underway at the moment, but stay tuned because we have a few things in the pipeline that we're working on. We were supposed to do a talk in Canterbury in August, which has been cancelled again. So we won't be there, so you won't see us there. Unfortunately, we were really looking forward to that. And I'd spent a lot of time doing the PowerPoint. So Jen had booked the hotel for us, so never mind. Maybe it's not meant.
We have to cancel it.
Yeah, maybe it's not meant to be. Things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
So, if there's no comments or anybody got anything to add to tonight? No. Cool. Okay, so from all of us on here, Andrew of South Coast Ghost, Paul and Jenny from Host of Ghosts, and Dora, our lead investigator, Dora the Explorer. We say have a safe week, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks' time. Christine said what? Christine. We'll look forward to the next one. Thank you, Christine. We'll speak to you soon. So it only remains for us to have a safe week, everybody. Take care in this heat. Plenty of drink. Just stay safe. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks' time. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.